Oh, Bhagavate Vasudeva. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. I want to seek the blessing of Radha Mata, Radha Shyam Sundar Krishna, Bharani, Bahal Gopal, and sing the Jagannath Mandir, Subhadak. Lord Nitai, especially Lord Nityananda today, because this is Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj and the Assembly devotees. So, very, very nice day today. It's the happy birthday to Lord Nityananda. This is appearance day. This is a verse in the Chaitanya Charitamrita. At the Adila Chakputa Shwaryam Sri Nityanandam Ishwaram Yasya Chaya Tat Sarupam. Let me offer my obeisances to Lord Nityananda, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, whose opulent fool can understand his identity. This is the kindness of Lord Nityananda. So his Vikuranga, oh brothers, I beg these three requests from all of you. Chant a song by Bhaktivinoda Thakur about Lord Nityananda's kindness. This is a very old of Lord Nityananda, said to resemble what he looks like when he came here. So, right next to him, on his right hand side, and then we have Advaita Acharya, Gadadhar Pandit, Srinivas Thakur. He is Balaram. He's Balaram, very powerful Balaram. Whereas Nityananda, there's an added ingredient, compassion, daya. It's Balaram plus daya is Nityananda. Daya, this compassion. And he is considered to be Vishnu Tattva, as is Advaita and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And they both liked wearing blue. That was their favorite color. That is their favorite color. As Lakshman in the pastimes of Ram. So, Nityananda. So this is Bharat, and then Orissa, and the other is West Bengal. So this is Orissa or Odisha. And this, most of a lot of pastimes of Lord Nityananda were in where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was in Mayapur, which is here, which is not far. It's in West Bengal. It's about a 3-hour drive from Mayapur. And this is his fascinating place, his small village. And this is where he was actually born. Garbhavasa, actual birth site of Lord Nityananda, the house of Hadai Pandit, who was the father of Lord Nityananda. This is where, at Ekachakra Dham, very beautiful deity, very compassionate. So, Nityananda is no different from Lord Balaram, added with compassion. Before that, he was Lakshman, Ram's Ekachakra, small village in present-day West Bengal. He was born around the years 1474. So 8 years before the auspicious 30th day of the bright fortnight of the month of Magh. So this is today, Nityananda, by a temple named Garbhaveshwar. His father, Udayaja, and his mother, as a child, Nitai, as Nityananda Prabhu was known, loved to enact the past. Ekachakra was completely absorbed in this love of little Nitai, where he spent the first 12 years of his earthly life. Here, as traveling sannyasi, Srila Lakshmipati Tirth requested Nitai from his parents as a traveling companion. He expressed the request of a guest and reluctantly parted with Nitai. And from Nitai, Hadai Pandit soon gave up his life. Nitai, during which he visited all the holy places in the country. Lakshmipati Tirtha, famous disciple, Madhavendra Puri, spiritual master. Among the other disciples of Madhavendra Puri is Advaita Acharya. So, Madhavendra Puri was very powerful. He had Nitai as his disciple, as well as nations. Can you imagine? 2 incarnations had powerful. This is Madhavendra Puri. He was a very amazing devotee. Krishna came to him one time. He gave him a pot of milk. He was 6 when he was 32, and the Lord was 20 years old. It is said that he hid in the house of Nandacharya to heighten the ecstasy of meeting through separation. And he dispatched Haridas Thakur and Srivas Pandit to search out Nitai, but they bear the separation any longer. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself went directly to Nityananda Prabhu. And the ecstasy of the meeting was so transcendental that a temple called Sri Gaura Nityananda commemorates this meeting place in Nadia. They met in Nadia. Then Lord Chaitanya took Lord Nityananda to the home of Srivas, where a lot of kirtan and bhajans took place. And still to this very day, we can visit there and bhajan. Mahaprabhu asked Nityananda, this is later on, and Haridas Thakur to serve it to every home in Nadia and Navadvip. Nityananda and Haridas met the two brothers Jagai and abandoned the pious ways of their forefathers for a life of debauchery. Jagai throughout the village. Nityananda felt compassion on these fallen souls and reasoned that if they could be rectified, more well received in Navadvip. So this was the mission of Mahaprabhu that was being fulfilled. Nityananda especially, he wanted to change the hearts of Jagai and Madai, who were crazy Brahmins, who were always joking the two brothers on the street. Nitai begged them to chant the holy name of Krishna. But the two villains just chased Nityananda and foul names. Madai threw a broken clay pot that came crashing. So Madai did that. Jagai Madai. So Madai did that. Lord cannot be injured. This is pastime, Leela. Mahaprabhu found out. He came. He was ready to defend Jagai. When Mahaprabhu heard what had happened, he became infuriated and he rushed to this area himself, summoned two repentant brothers on the spot. However, Nityananda Prabhu reminded the Lord that the majority of people in this area die. So if he was going to kill Jagai Madai, he would have to kill everybody. Everybody was the same. But his mission, liberate us with love of Godhead. Hearing these words, Mahaprabhu forgave Jagai, because Jagai, he did Madai later as well from throwing more. But Madai, who had perpetrated the evil deed, needed to be forgiven. Nityananda Prabhu quickly forgave Madai. When Jagai and Madai saw Nityananda's forgiving nature towards them, their hearts resolved to become devotees of Mahaprabhu's mission. Seeing their sincerity, Mahaprabhu took all their sins on his own head. His beautiful golden body turned an unsightly blackish color. He absorbed them all. Indeed, when Yamaraj's assistant Chitragupt tried to tally Jagai and Madai's collective sins, he could not do it. So this is a wonderful pastime. It shows the mercy of the compassion of Nityananda. That is why he is so loved, so kind. Everybody loves somebody who's kind. Later on, Nityananda fooled him. He wanted to go to Vrindavan, but he fooled him to come to Advaitacharya's house. Advaitacharya had made a big feast, and he gave that to both. Great fun. They would joke. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would say to Advaita, "This is too much food. Well, this is nothing. You are Krishna. You are Jagannath. It's Jagannath. You eat Chappan Bhog. This is nothing." On the other hand, Nityananda would complain to Advaita, "This is nothing. I was hungry and you gave me a morsel of food. I've lost my hunger." Advaita would become very happy. And Advaita would tease Nityananda, "You're a Avadut. You are a renounced." This way they would joke and laugh with each other. At one point, Nityananda even broke the Ekadanda Sannyas Road river. And this pastime is that Chaitanya doesn't need actually a sannyas rod. He's a supreme lord. And also, and that is generally what the Mayavadi devotees hold, who believe that they can become God, of God. And this is what the three Dandi sannyasis hold. 3 sticks represent surrender of mind, body, soul to the Lord. So this is that pastime. In anger, he went to Jagannath Puri. Of course, he wasn't angry. This was just a Leela pastime. In Santipur. Later, Nityananda broke the laws, in 3 parts, and threw it in the river, Bargid Nadi, Nadi. In anger, Mahaprabhu left for Jagannath Puri. There, he was joined by Nityananda and the other devotees, proceeding on a tour of South India that was to last for 2 years. In Puri, Nityananda, although feeling great separation from the Lord, Mahaprabhu returned. He was pleased to see that Nityananda had developed the movement in Puri. However, the movement in Navadvip had been sorely neglected, and so Nityananda returned to Bengal. And he did. He went to Bengal. He was very successful in spreading Krishna consciousness. They would chant the holy names of the Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. And connect with the Supreme in that way. In fact, they are. Nityananda has some phenomenal pastimes. This is Raghunath Das Goswami, who Raghunath Das Swami was very rich, or his family was very rich, but he remained very renounced, no money. And then they started this Panihati festival where they fed thousands and thousands of pilgrims. In his role as the original spiritual master, was instrumental in spreading the Yuga Dharma of Sannyasa. His mercy knew no bounds. People fortunate to come in contact with him. Raghunath Das being born into a family, wealthy family, one of the six Goswamis, of Panihati, tradition that continues to this day. The devotees have as much yogurt and chip rice in Shantipur and Navadvip, where he literally went door to door and begged people to surrender to Mahaprabhu's 100 male and 1,300 female Buddhists. So, Jiva Goswami, one of the six Goswamis, on a parikram of Navadvip Dham, the area surrounding Mahaprabhu, the holy abode of Lord, with ecstasy of love of Krishna, spoke the following words to Jiva Goswami. When our Lord Ganga will swell, the Ganga water will almost cover Mahaprabhu for 100 years, and then the water will recede, rain, devoid of houses. Then again, by the Lord's desire, this place will become prominent, and people will live in Mahaprabhu as before and be manifest, and the devotees will build temples of the Lord. One exceedingly wonderful temple will appear from which Gaurangas. So this is reckoned to be the temple that's being built at this moment in time there. This is the temple of Vedic Planetarium, Goswami, that forecast, prediction. Then later he married Janava Devi's very powerful personality. When Nityananda Prabhu returned to Bengal at the request of householder, he married Janava Devi and Vasudha, the two daughters of Suryadas Sarkhel, so Balram. Nityananda Prabhu's son, Virchandara, and a daughter, and Janava Devi looked after the children. She later initiated Virachandra. Souls like Shyamananda Pandit, Shivas Thakur, Srivas Thakur, Shivas Pandit, and Narottam Das Thakur. And she established the preeminent position of women in the Vaishnava tradition. And this is where this deity and completed his earthly pastimes. Nityananda Prabhu. This is not far from. It emphatically state that people who try to understand Chaitanya Mahaprabhu without getting the mercy of Nityananda will never succeed. Or Nitai. If we just worship Chaitanya without acknowledging Nityananda, we will not be successful. As the Adi Guru, original spiritual master, to be delivered to the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Guru, for the Guru is considered to be the living manifestation of Nityananda Prabhu's love and mercy, and his Shakti, emotional service and experience, spiritual bliss. So Nityananda, he was incredible character, very fun-loving, always joking, go door to door preaching, but Nityananda would perform some crazy acts and put Haridas Thakur in trouble. Younger sister in Madhurya Ras. So he's also got this Sangamachari. Nityananda's mercy to Shivananda Sen. Once, when the devotees, the leader as usual was Shivananda Sen, who traveled with his wife and children. Because the arrangements were delayed en route, Nityananda did not have a Sen who was in charge of the affairs of the party and kicked him in loving anger. Shivananda Sen. This was the beauty of Nityananda. He really would interact with the devotees. It's the lotus feet of Nityananda, different symbols which are also similarly in the lotus feet, and these are the different markings which we can go through when there's a bit more time. Even on the hands, they have different markings. Avadutendu, Vasuda Punarvalapa, Janvi Jivita, Pati, Krishna Prema Prada, Prabhu, Nandan Purvaja, Bhavon Mata, Jagat Tatra, Rakta Gauraka Kalevara. The most famous, of course, is Nityananda itself. Any comments? Okay, we can stop there. Lord